Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the newly minted or newly made H&R Locks. You should have
H&R
seen my
Locks,
face.
one of the best names in the business. Please don't
You
sue
should,
us.
man. You should have seen my face when I came up with it. I woken up. It was like 2:00 my time, and I had just gotten up out of bed, and I was like pacing around my room. And Henry's like, "Hey, we should do another betting show." And I'm like, "Okay, sounds good. Let's come up with a name." And I'm thinking, H&S. H&S. Henry wants to do some locks. H&S. And then I remember, oh yeah, on my birth certificate, my name is Ryan. So it's H&R. Kaboom, kaboom. So that's how this wonderful
It's
name.
incredible. It's so incredible.
Yeah. So how's it going, Henry?
I'm doing great, and I can't complain. I got to give a shout out to Zach Berman of University. He's just made me a very rich man. I tailed a couple of his bets that he made, a couple picks that he made on his UCD college football show, University, and one of which was Eastern Carolina over Marshall. And Marshall was going to win it, and then Eastern Carolina scored 21 unanswered points. They were down 38-21. They won 42-38.
Wow.
So thank you, Zach, for helping me feed my children. And Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing super well. I've been procrastinating all day, so nothing out of the ordinary there. I have some articles that I should have written Tuesday night. It is now Saturday night, and games start, I don't know, in about 15 hours. Is that my math right?
Yeah,
14 hours?
Okay.
Yeah, 15 hours, yeah. So the games kind of start in 15 hours, and I haven't written my 2 articles I need to write. So other than that, I'm doing just fine and dandy. I had a burrito today from the market. I had to wait like half an hour for it, but it was pretty good.
Sure.
I had some barbecue sauce on it because I had barbecue sauce left in the fridge. So I don't know. Barbecue sauce and burrito. I don't know.
Well,
college student things.
It's like Arizona Mex cuisine there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm going to jump right into my first bet. My first stay away from this game. I have no interest in betting Northern Arizona versus Arizona. It's starting in about, 10 minutes. Arizona's favored by -26 or favored by 26. Cool. I bet against them last week and won, and I bet against them the first week of the season and also won. So I don't have much faith in this Arizona team. Maybe take NAU plus 26, but I would stay away.
I think I'm going to do that. I think. Yeah. What's their team name? Give me a second. Northern Arizona University. Lumberjacks. Oh, my God. I'm taking the Lumberjacks. Give me the Lumberjacks. 26.5. Hammer it.
I don't even know where NAU is, like in Arizona, but hey, whatever. With that said, let me get into my first real pick of the day. And Henry and I were actually on the same wavelength heading in. Cincinnati money line. Like when the line opened Monday night Tuesday, it was Bears 3, right? So it would be Cincinnati +3, +3.5 sometimes. And I'm just thinking, I'll just take Cincinnati. I'll take the better quarterback. I know Zach Taylor, and listen, I will be the first to tell you that I hate betting on bad coaches, but I hate betting on Andy Dalton more. So I don't trust the Bears to play Justin Fields. And I don't even think Dalton is like the worst quarterback in the NFL. I posted a thing on the app the other day, and Andy Dalton might be the worst quarterback. I don't know if I buy that. I think he's been dealt a bad hand the last few years. He was on a Bengals team that didn't want him. He was on a Cowboys team with COVID. He actually got COVID, and then they had no offseason. Dak was supposed to be the starter. Everything went to chaos. And then this year, the Bears obviously don't want him. So I don't know how much I buy the Bears, but I am buying some Bengals stock. Yes, I hate Zach Taylor as much as you do. I can promise you that he's my number 32 or number 31, depending on how I feel about Mike McCarthy that day, coach in the NFL. But Joe Burrow is legit. This offense is going to be gnarly, and I think the defense has a lot of room. They have a couple superstars, and I think people underestimate how much it matters when you have good players. This is like, why are the Packers and Steelers and Ravens and Patriots and Chiefs always good? Well, they have like 25 good players. Or why are the Broncos, why were they so good for a long time when they had no reason to be? Like, why is a team with like Jay Cutler and Kyle Orton and Tim Tebow going to the playoffs? Because they have a bunch of darn good players.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll trust Cincinnati. Yeah, I know. I have to take the risk with Zach Taylor, and Zach Taylor is a ticking time bomb. But I'll take Cincinnati this week, just straight up.
I completely agree with you, and I really have just one reason. You have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins going up against, if this depth chart is accurate, Kindle Vildor and Jalen Johnson.
Okay, I do like Jalen Johnson. I've never heard
Me
of
too, but
the first guy.
I mean, that's just.
I don't know a starting
terrible.
cornerback.
That's going to be a murder. Kindle. His name is an Amazon tablet.
Okay. What?
I think that the passing attack is just going to go crazy. The Burrow LSU air ride is back in style, and that's going to Bills. The Bengals are going to blow the Bears. I got all three B names there. The Bengals are going to blow the Bears out of the water. Very lucrative.
I don't see it being maybe not a blowout. I think maybe Bengals by a touchdown. I think is fine. It's weird, you always have these weird games, early season games that shout out to Sam in the chat. Early season games are always stupid, and we'll get into some games that we don't want any part of. We won't touch with the 10-foot pole, but I don't know. I do lean on, if you have the better quarterback, I think you're generally going to win games. There are some obvious exceptions, right? Deshaun Watson and the Texans did go 4-12 last year, and they were, I would say, 4-10 when Deshaun Watson was the better quarterback, unless I'm just totally missing a game because I excluded the Lamar game and the Watson or the Mahomes game. Right. But I don't know. I try to bet on the better quarterback. It's hard to win games in the NFL when you have objectively bad quarterback play. I'm not saying Dalton is bad, but I think Burrow is a lot better.
Sure. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. With that said, speaking of quarterback play, this is a game I don't want to touch with 500-foot poles. It's down in South Beach, Bills at Dolphins. The line is Dolphins +3, +3.5, depending on who you get it from. I want nothing to do with this game because I can see 4:00 Eastern tomorrow. I can see Bills win by 20, or the Dolphins have the dumbest win of all time and win by a last-second field goal. There is no in between. There is no Bills win by 6.
Absolutely not. Jason Sanders hit 7 field goals, or Josh Allen rushes for 200 yards. There's no in between.
There is this. Josh Allen has historically massacred the Dolphins, which is odd because the Dolphins fans hate him. But even in 2018, 2019. He was torching the Dolphins. Now, granted, that was a bad Dolphins team, but it was he sucked against almost everybody else in the league. And then he has these great games against the Dolphins, and you're just like, okay. And then last year he was great against the Dolphins, Week 17 in particular. And you're just thinking, but then why would he bet on the Dolphins when Tua is the worst quarterback? I'm a big Tua guy, but he hasn't shown anything in the NFL as anywhere close to what Allen has. So it's hard to bet on Tua, but it's Miami. It'll be September 19th. It'll be about 120 degrees on the Buffalo sideline. I wish I was kidding. I saw a post on the app, a couple posts in a row. There's like a thermometer on the Rams side during the Rams-Dolphins game. It was like 140.
That's absurd.
And then on the Dolphins side, it was 80 degrees. And I think that's just because of how Hard Rock is constructed. So humongous props to the architects. You guys are the GOATs. But I have no business betting this game.
Advantage.
Yeah, this is either going to be like a 25-point Bills win or the Dolphins have a 55-yard field goal to win it at the end. Pure stupidity.
I mean, I agree with you. What's the line?
I think it's Miami +3.
Okay, so Miami +3. I think I'd take that because a game-winning field goal is a push. Wait, no,
game-winning.
Yeah,
they would have won already.
They would have won, exactly. So there's a game-winning field goal. Exactly. So I'm going to lean towards hopefully Josh Allen is regressing based on the mediocre Week 1 performance.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, that could be my Jets bias talking, but can't stand Josh Allen. I don't
know. I mean,
a little bit more tolerant. Yeah, that's a good point. So I really don't know. I would not touch that game, but I would be more inclined to lean Dolphins.
All right. Let's get into your.
That said, my first lock. Fancy. So I went 1 0-1. My Jets lock pushed. And my
Oh, I was
Steelers
so glad I
under.
got on that at +5.5. Thanks, Jets.
Nice. Yeah, there you go. My locks for this week start with the Rams. They're 3.5-point favorites against the Indianapolis Colts. And I feel like that Rams team is going to win the NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
And the three-headed monster of Woods, Kupp, Higbee, it's incredible. It's a great offense, and it's not. And the Colts don't really have a good defense. They do have a good defense. Sorry, I keep mixing up the Colts and the Bears because the Rams play the Bears and then the Bears play the Colts, but the Bears were another one of my lock teams. So I'm like kind of all befuddled here. But
it happens.
I just feel like it's the offensive attack and the Colts not being able to put up much on the Seahawks, who are notoriously all their games tend to be high scoring because they put up so much offense. The other team has to put up so much offense.
For sure.
And the Colts couldn't put up enough offense to keep pace. Other than a garbage time touchdown, they really only put up Zach Pascal. They only put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So I just think Aaron Donald is going to wreak havoc on Carson Wentz. I just don't feel good vibes coming from the Colts team. I just think the Rams are going to walk in and they're going to take all their lunch money and they're going to walk out like nothing ever happened.
I think that's fair. This Rams team was very impressive last week. I don't trust the Bears, right? I immediately bet against the Bears for tomorrow, but I think this Rams team is also very, very good. And I think the Bears did do some nice things offensively. Like they were able to move the ball and then they would have like these stupid end zone or red zone turnovers or go for it on 4th down and not happen. So goofy game all around, but I do think the Rams are the significantly better team and better quarterback play, better coaching. As much I do like Frank Reich, but I think McVay is a cut above. So yeah, you have. I would also lean Rams. It's not one of my locks, but I would lean Rams.
Well, I'm also trying to come up with as many insurance-related puns as we speak here. So this locks. This game is not deductible. No, that doesn't work. Not deductible from your bill.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay. While we continue to laugh, make sure if you have your lock of the week, post it in the comments and we will feature it. And next week on our show, we're going to clown you if you get it wrong. So,
yes.
Okay. There you go, Tisa. Browns over Texans.
All right. So the game I'm not touching, the game I'm not liable for is Denver-Jacksonville.
Okay.
I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Houston Texans. But here's the thing.
Yes.
The Texans are like, they went into the season like everyone wrote them off. They all thought they were going to lose. Like all the pundits, all the analysts, they all said that, oh, the Texans are going to win one game. Oh, not having Deshaun Watson is going to kill them. And then they went and beat the Jaguars, who were not supposed to lose. They were supposed to have Trevor Lawrence come out shirtless on a horseback and just obliterate the Texans.
Yeah, I'm just picturing his long blonde hair just
he does this and walks out during the player introduction.
What the heck is going on here?
Okay, so we don't know if the Jaguars
recording during a football game. That's okay. Keep going.
Yeah. So we don't really know. Are the Jaguars awful or are the Texans good? We don't know.
Right. And this is the problem that you run into with weeks 1, 2, 3. Early in the season, we just don't know about these teams. And you want to have some of your preseason priors do matter, right? We had like the Saints and Raiders last year. The Raiders have this stunning win over the Saints. And you're like, oh, we have to sell all of our stock on the Saints. No, you don't. No, you don't. Calm down. That sometimes things take a couple weeks to click, like take the 2019 Ravens. They went 2-2 in September, 12-0 the rest of the year, and I think they covered like 10 of those games.
Right.
The only thing we know is that the Chiefs steamroll everyone in September. They're 11-0.
Yes.
Mahomes is 11-0. How's it going, Doom? Yeah, so we just don't know about these teams. For all we know, it could be the Packers. Look at the Packers last week. Are you scared to bet the Packers against the Lions? Are you scared to bet the Bills against the Dolphins? Are you scared to bet the Ravens against the? Well, I would be scared to bet the Ravens against the Chiefs, but that's beside the point. Yeah, we just don't know about these teams just yet, and we're gonna get
and the Broncos too. Like they steamrolled a Giants team, but how bad are the Giants?
And is Teddy Bridgewater's play sustained? He was like the third highest rated quarterback by PFF. How often does that happen?
Like there are some teams that we just know clear cut. Are you going to be good or bad? The Minnesota Vikings are going to be bad. The Eagles are good this year. I'm blanking on examples.
Are the Cardinals going to be legit like floor stompers, or did they just capitalize? Is it a bad Titans team?
Are the Titans back from their old ways? Yeah.
Yeah. Are the Seahawks really good, or is it just Indianapolis? Or is Vegas legit, or does Baltimore literally have no offensive linemen?
Are the Bears bad, or are the Bears bad?
I think that's a pretty
there's your clear
cut. There's your clear cut. We both do not support the Bears and Andy Dalton. Sam, the Giants are atrocious.
That's fair. That's very fair. Joe Judge is a glorified Hugh Jackson.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, I have one more of my don't touch. I mentioned it earlier. Ravens, Chiefs. The Chiefs don't lose in September. I'm aware of that. But at the same time, the Ravens have this weird thing that they never lose at home in primetime with fans. The last time they lost a home primetime game with fans was, I guess,
not against the Jets.
Yeah, that was a humiliation.
No, that was awful. That should have home Depot.
I guess they technically lost the last one because the Titans playoff game was technically a home primetime game. But the Ravens are weird. The Chiefs are weird. And I know I am wearing a Ravens hat right now. Don't bet on the Ravens. I think I don't want to say you're guaranteed to lose money, but you would need some serious stupidity to happen to win. Right. So my thing is when you look at the history of Chiefs Ravens, first game was an overtime game. Chiefs win by 3. That means they didn't cover. They're -3.5 against Baltimore, maybe -4 depending on your bookie. They didn't cover. In 2019, the Chiefs won by 5. So that means they barely covered. It took to the last play of the game. And then in 2020, they won by 14. That was a game that was really 7 masquerading as 14. But if you watch the game, the Ravens got curb stomped. But they ended up losing by 14, and it was at 7 at decent stretches of the fourth quarter. So when you watch the game and you think, oh, the Chiefs are dominating, and then you look at the scoreboard and they're up 5 or up 7 or up 10, and you're like, this is stupid. Yes, I agree it's stupid. And you're leaving yourself open to Baltimore scoring some stupid touchdown with 15 seconds left. I'm thinking in 2017, was it 2017? We played Tennessee and Flacco threw a touchdown with no time left, and we ended up losing by 6. Sure. Like that's the kind of stupidity that happens with the Ravens. The Ravens are a kind of team that does not quit. They will play for 60 minutes and will screw you over as a bettor, and will also win you a lot of money if you bet them to cover sometimes. So I'm not touching this game. No, it's not because I don't want to put money on the Chiefs. I put money on the Chiefs last year against Baltimore, and I hit on a huge parlay. I'm cool with hitting on a large parlay, but I think the just stupidity factor of this game is too high for me because you see everything coming out of Baltimore and it's negative, 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 negative. All the running backs are hurt. All the cornerbacks are hurt. More guys are getting added to the IR. Ronnie Stanley's not going to play. And then you're thinking, okay, everything is swinging in the Chiefs' direction. Guess what usually happens? The Ravens do something entirely stupid and you lose. Whether it's the Chiefs win by a field goal or the Ravens have this miraculous win at the end, or I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to lean Chiefs win. If I gun to my head, I would pick the Chiefs and probably Chiefs to cover, but I don't want anything to do with this stupid game.
I completely agree. I have no idea. I would like to throw that to the crowd. People in the chat, drop it KC or BAL. Put it in the chat right now. And whichever team wins, I am going to ride it.
Me make a comment. KC -4, BAL +4. All right. Tixa goes KC. Thanks, Periscope. You can lick my balls.
All right, KC it is. I'm just grabbing the first one because I was leaning towards Kansas City.
Okay, this is gonna. Okay,
all right,
Sam.
Flash, hit me with your third lock.
My third lock. Have I even done my second lock? No, my second lock. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Houston +13.5.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable I feel with that, although I do want to throw up Sam's question. I would imagine you're a Chiefs fan. Congratulations on your next Super Bowl appearance for the next 15 years. Houston +13.5. How confident am I in this? Not super, super confident, but I don't need to be because it's 2 touchdowns. Again, like I said with the Chiefs-Ravens game, there's enough stupidity in the NFL that there's going to be some games that don't cover. It's this Texans team that fits every cliche known to man. Never die mentality, Mamba mentality, they chip on their shoulder. That is a very large bug that just came into this. I need to
you got a guest. Let's interview him.
Yeah, I have a guest. And it's
what's he taking?
Around.
What's he riding? Is he riding Houston? No, he's not going to ride Houston anytime soon. No. Okay. We just, ladies and gentlemen, Splash has just brutally murdered a bug. I'm calling PETA, dude. This is unacceptable.
Wow. Speaking of murder, I don't think the Texans are going to get murdered. I said it all offseason that this is a team that's going to
segue.
Yeah, this is a team that's going to play with a lot of integrity and a lot of pride, which is really weird to say about a professional football team, but it is a team that never say die attitude. They're not going to win this game. I would be very shocked if they win this game, but would I be shocked if Tyrod Taylor has a little 8-yard scramble touchdown with 2 minutes to go and it makes it a 10-point game? Nope.
Absolutely.
Would I be shocked if they're down, I don't know, the Lions Niners game, pure stupidity. Just
that was my favorite game of the entire week. That was awesome.
See, that's going to happen sometimes. And today, I feel like taking Houston +13.5. Cleveland will win this game. They might win it by 13, but I don't think they win it by 14.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And if they do win it by 14, I'm going to be really upset. If it's exactly 28-14, that's going to be a heartbreaker.
What happens if Houston wins this outright?
Oh, then I win.
Yes, I know, but I'm assuming you're just gonna run through the streets.
Oh, that'd honestly be pretty cool. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor, Super Bowl champion. Tyrod Taylor.
Did we ever figure out if his name is Tyrod or Tyrod? Or is
I think you can say it either way. So I've always said Tyrod, but I think people say Tyrod.
Yeah, I was Tyrod, and he said it, I think, or that was a fever dream. So I said, "Oh, now I just call him Tyrod."
I don't know.
Taylor.
I mean, apparently Travis Kelce wants it to be Travis Kels. So
that just doesn't work. Tyrod, it still fits. It's still 2 syllables.
Yeah.
If he wanted to go Travis Kelce, that I would accept that. But
I don't know if that's weird. Travis.
That's a fair reaction. That's a fair. Houston outright. David Coley is the next Bill Parcells.
Yeah, he might be, honestly, at this point. All right, Henry, hit me with your next one.
All right, this is my final lock because we both had Cincinnati. I am an overs man. That's a lie. I've never bet an over in my life. I'm changing that.
Okay.
Minnesota plays Arizona Sunday
I'm going to have to show you
afternoon.
This bug. This is a huge bug.
Is it a dead bug? Because I have a little bit of arachnophobia.
Yeah, it is a dead bug.
Okay, good. Because then they don't have souls. That is large.
Yeah, I know, right? I whacked it
very
3
large.
times with my bag. Okay.
Let's
continue.
Yes. So
you're
Minnesota. Yes, I'm betting the over. Minnesota versus Arizona. It's the battle of the Oz. 15.5 is the point total. I think it goes over. I think Kyler Murray came out like a bat out of hell. Just absolutely just
slinging it.
decimated the Titans.
Not even slinging it. Just you have to have SLANGIN apostrophe. Slanging.
Yes, exactly. With the
5
capital
tutties,
S
4
too.
passing. Yeah, 5 tutties, 4 passing, 1 rushing. He was unreal. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
I always feel like Cliff Kingsbury, you got to bet the over because of that air raid. And with
Yeah.
Minnesota's lackluster defense, as many NFC North teams appear to have, that's 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
I just feel that all hell's going to break loose. And I mean, Mike Zimmer's got some deep threats. You got Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen against.
And Kirk Cousins never has a bad game. It is uncanny.
Yeah, never has a bad game.
He's had 1 bad game in a year and a half.
Right. You got Byron Murphy Jr. and
Team of the week,
Robert Alford,
a Super Bowl legend.
So I think just hit a little poster out there, and you got Justin Jefferson going 80 yards twice. I think monster games for both receivers. Do not play either defense. Not that you probably should. To begin with, just don't do it. Unless you want to bank on Chandler Jones. You think Chandler Jones stays hot, or that was just an aberration?
He is on pace for 85 sacks. Numbers never lie, ladies and gentlemen. Wise words of a Panthers fan. Numbers never lie. Gotta love the Sam Darnold support.
So yes,
speaking of Sam Darnold, my next one is concerning my next lock concerns his old team, the Jets. The Patriots, yes, they're starting a rookie quarterback, and theoretically that's a bad thing, but it's Mac Jones, and Mac Jones is so, I've said weird about 15 times this episode. I don't even want to call him weird. Mac Jones walked into the NFL as a league average quarterback.
Sure.
It is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. I'm not saying he came in like a superstar. He wasn't Baker. He wasn't Dak. He wasn't Peyton wasn't a star. He threw 28 picks. Matt Ryan. He wasn't that. But what he was, if you removed the R next to his name, like how many years does he play in the NFL, and be 0 or R or 1 or whatever you're doing?
Sure.
This man came up and said, "Nope, erase 10." Just add a 1. I've never rewatched that game, and outside of the very first play, which okay, you're playing the Dolphins, I get it. I've never seen a guy so Kirk Cousins or Andy Dalton or Derek Carr but he's in his first NFL game. Derek Carr has played 7 years. Kirk Cousins was drafted in the same draft class as Andrew Luck. Matt Ryan's been playing since 2008. And Mac Jones walked out of the tunnel in Foxborough, had 1 bad play, and was just like, okay, I've been here for the last 10 years. You just didn't realize it. And I was awestruck. I'm not saying he's a top 10 quarterback. He's not. I'm not saying he's even a top 15 quarterback. I think I had him like around 15. But he walked into the NFL as a league average quarterback. He is not a rookie. And Zach Wilson is 100% a rookie and is probably going to be eventually going to be better than Mac Jones one day. But today is not, or tomorrow is not that day. And if I had to pick like a double-digit game, I think New England does beat the Jets by, 10, 12. This is potentially a very ugly game for the Jets because the offensive line, defensive line matchup, like the strength. Teeksa just posted a comment and I have to. Yes.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, Mac Jones is like, I don't know. You guys remember when there was that time that people thought Brady was falling off, right? That Brady became Mac Jones and he like didn't appear again. And Brady goes back and is like superstar MVP for a couple years.
He's Earth 2 Tom Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. He is essentially Tom Brady. He is like 2007 Tom Brady if Randy Moss doesn't join. I am dead serious. Mac Jones is 2007 Tom Brady if Randy Moss doesn't come to Foxborough. I just had this revelation Mac Jones is 2006, 2007 Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted,
Right.
that is not a Pro Bowl quarterback anymore because remember,
Mm-hmm.
Brady was a Pro Bowler in 06, deserving Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like a league average quarterback.
Sure.
But it is uncanny. It is, yeah. Jones is an old god trapped in a mortal body. Yes, essentially.
Yes.
So I really like New England -6. Whether it's 6, 6.5, 5.5, whatever it may be, I do like it a lot. It's not that I don't like the Jets. I think the Jets have plenty of talent. It's just the strength of the Jets is going to be the defensive line. The strength of the Patriots is the offensive line. I'm going to trust the unit with five awesome players over Quinnen Williams and some like solid depth pieces. Again, I really like the Jets' defensive line. It's just going up against one of the biggest strengths in the NFL. And then you have Mac Jones, who's going to have a field day slicing through the Jets linebackers and Jets secondary. And the run game should get going, which is going to be hard to do against the Jets, but you do have an awesome offensive line. So I do trust the Patriots to be able to move the football and win this game. I don't know, 20-10. It's going to be like an inverted game with the Texans that the Patriots are going to score like a last couple minute touchdown or like tack on another touchdown, make it like 24-10. But the whole game, it was like really a 7-point game. And the Texans game is going to be like 17 the whole game, and then Houston scores and makes it a 10-point game right at the end. If that makes sense?
Yeah. You know, I mean, this is certainly a ringing endorsement for the first game I'm going to in 637 days.
Wow. I will say, Sam, that I've never not thought Wilson will end up being better than Jones. I just think right now Jones is like the 16th best quarterback in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I trust he has an inordinate amount of trust to be that, considering he's a rookie. I don't remember the last rookie that I said, yep, he's like a top 20 quarterback. Mm-hmm. I don't know. He's haven't seen
already.
And that was against a good Dolphins defense too. It wasn't even like It wasn't like, I hate to bring this back to Carolina. Like Sam Darnold looked pretty good, but it was against the Jets, right? Or Zach Wilson had a good second half, but it was against the Panthers, right? Or Trevor Lawrence had a good second half, but it was in garbage time. No, Mac Jones, there was that one slip the very first play of the game. And then after that, he was like, okay. It's like the kind of like Joe Burrow last year in a way that he had the ugly interception to Melvin Ingram. And then he was pretty clean. He had a stupid game against Baltimore, but every rookie struggles against Baltimore. You know, he had a stupid game against Pittsburgh. Did he play Pittsburgh the first time? I think so. Everyone struggles against Pittsburgh. I don't know, man. Mac Jones is weird.
I think that's totally fair. Well, my stay away pick was the Jets and the Patriots. So I am going to disagree with everything you just said. I believe that the running backs won't get going. They have Foley Fatukasi, and you have John Franklin Myers against a non-existent, out for the game Trent Brown. Your right tackle is gone. You have a very angry, very, very hungry John Franklin Myers, and Mac Jones is a prime rib. I really need to stop with these metaphors. The linebackers are decent. CJ Mosley, a little bit back to his regular form. 2 years off. He had a little bit of a little curve to get back under, but now he's back. I think that he's improving. Jets at home. First Jets game with fans that aren't the crazed fanatics who drive to Charlotte and spend the night there so they can watch their team lose. No, it'll be fans, 90,000 of them. And
really, MetLife holds 90,000. I didn't realize.
We hold I'm not sure actually. Let me double check that. But I think that the fans in the stands, the home field advantage, the fact that they're playing in an air conditioning unit, it's perfect football weather. I don't know. I just feel like Mac Jones.
Do you believe everything you're saying, or are you just saying that because you're a Jets fan?
Well, stage one is denial, right? So 82,500. Not big.
Okay. That's pretty big.
I do think this game is going to be close. I think Oh, I don't know. I don't like thinking about this. So we're gonna move on to Splash. What's the third team you're gonna stay away
One
from?
third game I have a lot of interest in, but I have no betting interest in. It's Chargers
Mhm.
Cowboys. This is the classic game that is going to be on crack from the first 5 minutes. You
Yes,
have no idea who's going
100%.
to win. I don't know if the Chargers are going to win. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to win. You have no idea what quarterback is going to end up with the ball in his hands last. And you don't even know
Hmm.
if he's going to throw an interception or if he's going to lead a touchdown drive. You
Uh-huh.
don't know anything except you know that it's going to be a really freaking fun game to watch. And I'm going to have a lot of
Hmm.
fun watching this, a lot of fun when Frankie eventually gets all 22 caught up. I'm going to have a lot of fun rewatching this game. I'm going to
Yeah.
have no fun betting on it because you can just crank up the crack level to 50, 100.
Mhm.
That's not even a real number. I don't even care. That's not a real number. This game is going to go on like it just snort a line of cocaine like halfway through the first quarter, and then the rest of the way it's going to be, oh look, 38-35. Does it matter who wins? No, it's just going to be a fun game.
Yeah. That game must be a sucky insurance company because there's no way it's getting any of my money. No.
Okay,
I tried. I'm gonna come back that week 3. Just
you're going to
got a
have like a list
manifesto
of
full.
you're going to have a
Mhm.
list of insurance puns.
Insurance
You need to
funds,
be
exactly.
more progressive with that, buddy. Boom. uh Maybe if your predictions are good enough, you can go to Allstate.
Mm, mm,
Huh.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Allstate
Okay.
University. Yeah.
Yes.
No. Nah.
It's like All America, but Allstate.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
chorus when
Wait.
I was like in sixth grade.
Oh yeah, you mean Allstate?
No, I actually didn't. I missed the competition. I missed the date for it.
Oh, that's
You've lost the microphone. This show has gone off the rails. All right, Henry, hit me with your last avoid game.
my final lock of stay away. Don't touch it. Even if you're Rocky and it's a frozen cow. Philadelphia, San Francisco, stay away. I don't know. I have no reason why I don't want to touch this.
Yeah, I have no
I
reason.
just feel
To
like
me, there's no reason to bet this. This is the same, the Cowboys Chargers game that this game has no. Okay, a lot of NFL games are like based in reality. There's like a net. You have a net gain from experiencing the game. There's like going to be some happiness on one side, some sadness on the other side, win or loss. The Eagles and the 49ers are two of the organizations that have like no bearing on society. Like that they just like I think exist as ways to like represent the city and represent like the city of Philadelphia and just how goofy it is. Like they booed Santa Claus. Like this is a team that this is a city that booed Santa Claus. This is a city that after a college football championship, after a college basketball championship, had to lube up streetlights so people wouldn't climb them. This is a city known as the city of brotherly love that again booed Santa Claus. This is a city that the four professional sports teams in Philadelphia you're like kind of universally hated. They're like Cowboys light in that way that unless you're Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, or Phillies fan, you probably hate them. But here they are.
I think the main indicator of Philadelphia, they have a mascot. He is gritty. And end of statement.
And the funniest thing is he's not even the city's most iconic mascot because the Philly Fanatic is just chilling there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's just fading into obscurity. Like I don't. There's not a day that goes by where Gritty doesn't haunt my nightmares. But Philly Fanatic's just there. He's like a lovable guy, you know. And then there's Gritty, and there's Gritty.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I don't like that game because there's unpredictable offenses. How much time is Trey Lance going to get? How much time is Jimmy Garoppolo going to get? Is Nick Sirianni a good coach? Probably not.
Is Jalen Hurts for real?
Is Jalen Hurts for real? Are the
yes. This is okay. Okay. the city of brotherly love
Mm-hmm.
threw batteries and snowballs and rocks at Santa
Have
Claus.
you ever been to Philly?
I have been. I did enjoy my Philly cheesesteak with no onion.
Which place? Which place did you go to?
Oh, I don't know. I went. It was History Bowl in my senior year of high school. We were like in, I guess, the city proper. We had just gone to like some Ben Franklin museum. I have this picture of me like flinging my snake up in the air. Shout out to Anna. She took the picture. And shout out to Bree. She gave me like half of her Philly cheesesteak.
Because there's a raging debate in my family. We are, give or take, hour 15 outside of Philly, maybe an hour 45. So every once in a while, maybe once every 2 years, we'll drive down to Philly. We'll check out something there. Maybe Reading Terminal Market, maybe the Franklin Institute, you name it, you know.
Maybe we did go. I remember a market. Oh, I had the gnarliest milkshake.
My favorite. There's this place called Dealer's Donuts.
Because this milkshake was a mouth orgasm. Continue talking.
Reading Terminal Market is incredible donuts. But there's a raging debate in my family. My father, I believe, likes Jim's cheesesteaks. I like Pat's cheesesteaks. So every time we go to Philly's, we end up going somewhere else because no one can agree. It's like we fight over the cake so much that it breaks. The cake falls to the floor, and we're stuck eating vegan cupcakes.
Ew. Okay.
So it just, I don't know. I have a little love-hate history with cheesesteak. But if you are headed to Philly, anyone watching this, because we're on a tangent now, and this is officially H&R.
Okay, I found it.
Oh, excellent.
It says more mouth orgasm with best fern.
Fern?
Yeah. So, okay. Funny story. So, I have a friend, Anna. I introduced her to my grandmother as my best fern, not best friend.
Sure. As one does.
Yeah, as one does. And I, yeah. So that's why one of her Mount Rushmore nicknames is Best Fern.
That's fair.
And I agree, Keeksa, the bell.
Yeah.
Yes. You need if I had $1 for every like old Frankie take exposed, he still needs to get me that jersey though.
Yes, he does. Should probably go back Italian up.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Give me a I don't know. I could take a direct deposit $100 to my bank account. That might be better for now. I can buy jerseys. Huh?
I feel like there's more than just 100 bad takes.
Oh no, I meant like $100 in my bank account for the jersey, for the Aaron Rodgers, because he thought Aaron Rodgers was as good as gone, and I'm just like, nah, you come on, try again.
Yeah,
I told you I went on Lambeau's show the day it happened and said, nope, nothing's going on here. He's going to be back week 1. Now, actually, take that back. Was that actually Aaron Rodgers out there against the Saints, or was it just a doppelganger? Because you could have confused me.
I think Jake from State Farm, he cut a deal. Freaky Friday it. Just he's off living his life. Maybe he's Mayan Bialik now. I don't know. He just got the power to switch bodies at will. Now he's off hosting Jeopardy. Maybe yesterday he was just, I don't know. Where could he have gone? Anywhere. Anywhere in the world. If you could take the body, now that we're here and I'm on the wildness spectrum.
Okay.
If you could take the body and like the mentality and the intelligence of, you had to switch into a conscience. There we go. Who is it that you're personifying?
So is it my same body, or am I just like?
No. Is
this like a little Dickie Chris Brown thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, the 1980s
Does it have to be an athlete?
Classic Freaky Friday does not have to be an athlete.
Okay. I remember watching Freaky Friday as a kid. I don't remember if I liked it or not. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to wake up as like. Okay, full disclosure, I just watched John Boy's walk through the history of the Atlanta Falcons, and there was like a good 30-minute section that was like all politics. So I'm thinking, it might be cool to be a politician. Like if you, I don't know, if you got to be Joe Biden and wake up in the White House, but then you realize he's one of the most stressful jobs of any human alive. So 100%. I'll pass on that. How long do I have to be in this body?
say a day.
Okay. I don't know. Being president for a day might be pretty cool.
Yeah. What if it's coincidentally the day that ISIS sets foot on American soil or something?
Yeah, that might not be great.
Yeah.
Being Giannis Antetokounmpo might be pretty cool for like this summer. Being
Just
being one of
hooping.
those food TikTok people.
The like, what's it called? The mukbang or whatever it's called.
Okay, I've never heard of them, but there's this one guy.
They
There's
eat
this
so much.
There's one guy that I watch, Nick D Giovanni. I think he's based in New York, and he throws knives into the table when he starts.
Sure.
Pretty cool to be him for like 24 hours.
That's fair.
Who would you be?
Oh, see, I think I'd have to be the band part of Dave Matthews Band because
What?
Because think about this. You have so much money. And can you name anyone in Dave Matthews Band not named Dave Matthews?
Okay, I don't even know who Dave Matthews is. Is that an issue?
Yes, probably. Dave Matthews.
Okay.
Have you heard of Dave Matthews Band?
I mean, I guess vaguely enough so that
like that guy.
Maybe, I don't know. Oh, Bobby Bonilla is a good one.
There you go.
July 1st every year, just get $1 million direct deposit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mets.
But you get so much money for being the band of Dave Matthews Band, and no one knows who you are. You have total anonymity.
That's a good point.
And I was watching a stand-up. This is loosely based off of, and Nish Kumar. He's a guy. He's a British comedian. He talks. He's on panelists and stuff, but he wants to be the drummer from Coldplay because the drummer from Coldplay was in the White Wedding or the Red Wedding or whatever it was called, Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And could you name the drummer from Coldplay? I do too.
No,
but
I do like
Chris
Coldplay
Martin,
though.
And then 3 other guys I have never heard of in my life. And
dang it! I wish I'd bet on the Rangers.
Whatever they
Didn't
want.
realize they would win. Frick.
Whatever they want to do in life, they can do. They have the perks of being a celebrity. They have the perks of being rich, and no one knows who they are. It's absolutely perfect.
That is so cool. It'd be like, I don't know, being not even an NFL player, because I think, say, like Matt Skura was a pretty bummy center for the Ravens, but everyone knew who he was as soon as he made a mistake, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun segment.
Now I have to think about this. Athletes wise, I gotta be a superstar. There's no way I'm not.
I think Giannis would be pretty fun, because I think if you choose like Brady or LeBron or like that, those guys, there's so many people that hate you too. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to wake up, look at Twitter, and have like 1 million messages from like, you suck. You come back to New England or whatever it may be. But like Giannis, does anyone hate Giannis or Luka?
No.
Like they could just live their own life and just immediately become a meme.
I think I have to become Peyton Manning, because that means I have the power to corrupt a New York-based football team into hiring coaches of their choosing. And
okay, I know why you hate Giannis, but
I mean, I do hate Peyton Manning, but if I can control him, there's a revenge.
Oh my goodness.
There's a whole new concept here. You could be someone and make them just do absolutely awful decisions. Oh man. Oh my.
Wait. Okay, what if?
It's a whole new ball game. Ball game.
What if you got, say, I don't know, Warren Buffett, Bezos, Elon Musk, to like direct deposit
just have them. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Like enough that it's life changing for you, but not enough that they notice.
Go notice. Exactly.
Yeah.
Put it in the
just like an accounting error.
Yeah. I mean, that could work. We could hide in Peyton's forehead.
Yeah. I mean, imagine being Arch Manning for a day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, wait, is he the young one?
Yeah, I saw he went to Georgia today for like a visit, and there were
He's
some
6'4",
Georgia fans.
215 now. It's absurd.
Yeah. There's some Georgia fans. It's like, does Georgia want Arch Manning? We want Arch. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Good to know. I don't know where you want him to go. I kind of feel like Ole Miss would be cool. Like, so he goes where Eli did and where Archie did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tennessee where Peyton did, but at the same time, I do kind of want. It sucks when you have these athletes that are related to other athletes that Arch is always going to be compared to Peyton, Eli, and Archie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if he's a good NFL quarterback, if he doesn't win 2 Super Bowls, he's not as good as his uncles, right?
Whatever happened to Cooper?
I think his claim to fame is being the father of Arch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
No, he has a podcast I think he has a podcast. I don't know if it still goes. It's called Soup with Coop.
Okay, I've never heard of this podcast.
Oh my God, I saw one clip of it and I love it so much. I've never looked into it, but it sounds so amazing. Huh. Basically, the premise of it is Cooper Manning has a guest. They eat soup together.
Oh, well, okay. I'm surprised
it's like hot ones, but it's like hot ones with soup.
Huh. Okay.
It's interesting.
How hot could you go? Like, if you had to eat things based on the hot takeometer, how high do you think you could go?
I have to pull up the hot takeometer. Very good question. I have eaten habaneros before, and I've been okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Not okay, but like I'd have to be checked into a hospital. And like I like habanero hot sauce when I do jalapeno hot sauce, which is weird considering jalapenos are a lot less spicier. I find it to be the opposite.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure.
How do you find that? Okay, that does not make any sense. How do you find? Here's the hot takeometer reference.
I definitely can't do Scotch bonus. I tried Scotch bonus. I couldn't do it.
I think
cayenne peppers are fine. Tabascos are fine. I love
Tabasco to cayenne. Maybe cayenne tastes good. I'm not saying I wouldn't be able to do it, but I would definitely try to eat a Carolina Reaper. I guess I'm not opposed to it. I just want to know the ramifications of my actions, right? Like if I'm going to experience like 3 days of burning everything, then I might pass. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like a fun thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And also, where would you put Jabril peppers on this?
I don't know. Are we talking Michigan Jabril peppers or Giants Jabril peppers?
Oh,
because they are
Michigan Jabril peppers is ice cold.
Yeah.
Giants Jabril peppers is okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah, I'd put Michigan Jabril peppers in the return game right between Scotch bonnet and habanero.
Okay. Interesting.
But in Giants, I'd put him in bell pepper. He's boring.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't even have him return punts. Do they?
I don't. I think so, actually. I think he returns punts. And I'm not saying he's a great return man. Frick you, Seattle. But okay. The legend himself, Brandon Nimmo, just hit a home run.
Wow.
Did you know that Brandon Nimmo has a higher on-base percentage than slugging percentage this year?
I did not. Is that possible?
Yeah, well, it's really hard to do, but yes.
So what happened? He takes more walks than he does hit bombs?
Yeah, essentially he is more likely to get on base in a given plate appearance than he is to it's a weird on base percentage and slugging percentage don't have the same denominator, so it's hard to like math together, but
sure. Absolutely.
Essentially there's a higher percent chance that he's going to get on base than the expected number of bases he gets in that bat. So he has a 38% chance to have a plate appearance and with him on base, and he gets 0.375 bases per at bat. He's one of like 5 players with any meaningful number of plate appearances that's done it. Also, David Fletcher. Actually, no, I don't think David Fletcher has. Nimmo is the really stupid one because Nimmo, I have gone on record and said Brandon Nimmo is an elite hitter. even Mets fans disagree with me there, which I understand, but at the same time, stop. Listen, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, debate me. Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else to cover? This has gone totally off the rails.
If you could be any type of bird.
Ooh, if I could be a bird. Ooh. Okay, first of all, have you watched John Boy's series about the Falcons?
I have not. It's on my bucket list.
I highly recommend because he describes the bird as a big doofus at the end, and I was pretty happy with that. Speaking of stats, how is Joe Adele doing? He's been really good. I know Alec picked him up in fantasy, so congratulations. Okay, you know what? We're going to have a heart attack on air because I'm about to look at my fantasy stats. And I started Yusei Kikuchi, and he got me a huge negative, and I'm not going to be happy. Although I did bet on the Royals.
While you do that, I'm going to look up the score of this Lumberjacks game.
How's it going, Austin? I am down by 3 in my fantasy baseball matchup. Charlie Morton is on pace to take an L. Kikuchi, -7. Alex started Corbin Burns. He's going to get a quality start. Carrasco, I don't know if he's going to be in line for the loss, but he is going to get a win, or he's going to get a quality start. Wainwright got bailed out. So it's a 3. I'm down by 3. Tixa is down by 210. Good Lord.
Ouch.
He's getting pummeled today.
Yes.
So that's unfortunate. So shout out to AV. He looks like he's booked his ticket to the final. Alec and my game is going to go down to the wire tomorrow, and that's going to be so much pain. Tomorrow, I don't think I have a starter going. Do I?
Ooh.
Oh man. It's a risky proposition, but I do have 4 or 5 relief pitchers going.
Mm-hmm.
I have Will Smith, Ryan Presley, Jordan Romano, Tyler Rogers, and Aroldis Chapman. Tixa, let me just tell you this. Oh, he does. Okay, let me actually look at your pitchers for tomorrow. You have. I was looking at today's. Okay, if you go, holy crap, he does. Cole, Otani, Ovaldi, Morgan, Miley, Greinke, Arrieta, Peralta, Kowar. Okay, he does have 9, but to come back from down 200, he would need about 20 to 25 per player and get some solid production out of his lineup too. So I don't know, like 50 points. Chance. Yeah, 50 points out of his lineup and like 20 points per pitcher. Like he could have some guys get 20. Like Garrett Cole against the Indians is a lot of fun. Ovaldi against the Orioles is a lot of fun. But there's also some not fun ones. Wade Miley has to face the Dodgers at Great American Ballpark. That's ugly. Eli Morgan has to go to Yankee Stadium. That's ugly. My hitters are great. I don't worry about them. Oh, great. That's exactly what they did have 46 points today, and they had 26 yesterday. So, I mean, if you get some homers, right? You really got screwed the other day. Ryu, Aiken, and Hearn all had big negatives. Yeah, that's always scary. Henry, have you ever played a fantasy league for some moolah?
Not baseball, but I am 0-1 in my moolah football league, and that's not fun.
Honestly, that is the worst. This is if I win, if I beat Alec, then I'm guaranteed to make more money. If I lose, then I have to probably face Tixa, and the winner gets $10. The loser just lost their $10. So I really need to win tomorrow.
I'm sure. My bird of choice before we wrap up.
I didn't choose mine.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, you gotta do that.
I'm cool with a penguin. I like penguins. I don't like the penguins, but I do like penguins. Even though they don't fly. It's kind of a bummer. I'll live with it.
Yeah. I would be an egret.
Okay.
They're so skinny.
Actually,
tall.
Take that back. I would be a Chanticleer, just so I can.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta pull up the banner. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
because I was watching our show back from earlier, and I was like, "Huh, I put that in."
Yeah, I was just reusing it.
Zach just reads it off like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to be a fairy tale rooster known as a Chanticleer. And yes, Teexa is correct. I still beat Splash in our last regular season matchup.
Mm-hmm.
You did. I don't think I cared about that week, but yes, you did. Congratulations on beating me. Good stuff. While Henry explains what an egert is, make sure you like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button, hit it with a hammer, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, ring that bell, ring that Le'Veon bell, Ravens legend now, Le'Veon bell. Super chat, super stickers. We appreciate it. We love it. Henry, send us home with some bird talk.
All right. So this is an egret. It's an egret. It's a type of heron. It's an Atlantic mainland bird, mid-Atlantic region. And I see them every once in a while when I go golfing, and I really like them because they have a very long neck, but they can also do this. See? Long neck, very skinny. Weird markings.
Yes.
Flying.
Flying is important.
Mohawk, kind of like what's it called? Who's the guy?
Like Chris Birdman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Birdman.
There you go. He's a Jayhawk, yeah. He gives me Jared Goff vibes for no reason. Like, this bird is Jared Goff.
Okay, when we eventually make an intro, this gives me Jared Goff vibes. Man, I wish I had more time so I could make intros for all of our shows and then get yelled at by Frankie.
If you want me to, just send me a script and I'll do it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so cool.
All right, so yes,
I do have all the Adobe stuff, so I can do it on Premiere.
Awesome. All right, so that's an egret. This is H&R Locks. That's Splash. I'm Henry. Dave Matthews is a band, but he's also Dave Matthews. That's his name.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. Hopefully we make you some money. And if we don't, we'll also be losing some money. So it's okay. We're both in the green or the red here. Let me inform my our lovely listeners. I have a parlay. I don't know how I feel about it, but I do have a parlay. It's about plus 1,300. Bengals money line. Chiefs -4. Browns -13.5. Steelers -6. Plus 1,300. So $1 turns into $13. I feel like that could happen. And yes, I did say that the Texans were one of my locks of the week. I know that, but for the sake of humor, it would be kind of funny if the Ravens were last place in the AFC North, all alone. I obviously don't want that to happen, and I would be very happy if I lose that dollar because the Ravens win. Or if the Steelers lose, the Browns lose, or the Bengals lose. I'd rather the Bengals win because I have them in other bets. But this is a 13-1 thing, so who cares? So with that said, you're gonna see me tomorrow night, a little bit later than this, probably crying. See, I wish I could be there for that. It's a school night. I got to be in bed by 10:30.
Oh dear.
No, that's the issue. I set bedtimes for myself because I am physically incapable of living off of less than 7 hours of sleep, and it's awful. I have such a dependency on sleep, which is probably healthy. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's healthy.
It's also I cannot be productive. I get.
Yes, do you go to bed at 10:30, or is it you start a routine at 10:30?
Well, so I go up to my room at 10. I futz around on my phone. I watch one episode of Netflix or something. I finish my work. I'll watch maybe a YouTube video. I'll watch something. And then I go at 10:30. I do my nighttime routine. I turn on my fan because I cannot sleep without white noise because
Amen to that.
Odd, but I put on my
sleep.
Yeah, all right, there we go. So I put on my sleep timer for my music, which is always 28 minutes and 16 seconds for no reason at all, but it's just like that.
Okay.
And then I have to turn 3 times, each side. I cannot fall asleep if I don't do this. It's so annoying. I have to go. I get into bed, and I'm on the right side. Then I'm like, and I'm back. Sometimes it gets up to 5, maybe 6 times, but eventually I get too cold because the fan's blowing in my face, so I turn around, and then by that time I'm asleep.
Okay.
But
what are your thoughts on Tisa getting 5.5 to 6 hours of sleep?
I think it's fine. You know, I mean, it's not bad. If you're going to bed at 2 a.m, if you're on 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep is understandable because it is impossible to wake up at 5 a.m. without going to bed at like 7 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon to get a balanced sleep schedule. Mm-hmm. So I understand on school nights, like 5 hours of sleep. On the weekends, like today, I go to bed maybe around 12:30. Mm-hmm. Whenever my body says, no more, please let me rest. I receive sustenance.
Fair. Yes.
Yeah. So then I go to bed. But I think as long as you keep your sleep schedule rigid, as long as you don't deviate from it, you don't sleep 7 hours some nights, you don't sleep 5 hours other nights, you don't go pull an all-nighter some nights, you know, you just have 7s across the board, or you have 5 across the board.
You just took. I have pulled 2 all-nighters. I haven't even been in school a month. Thanks, you stadium.
Yes. So I do think that just get yourself on a regular thing and then you'll be fine. Just make it consistent. And use skincare. Please, I'm begging you, wash your face. It works.
Yes.
That's my
all right.
bedtime
With
story.
That said, we had about 35 minutes, 40 minutes of NFL picks. Then we had about 20 minutes of randomness. Then we had Henry explaining birds to us. We had sleep schedule. So with that said, I'm going to go contend with all these bugs. The bug that I allegedly killed is moving one of its appendages. So that's exciting. Yeah. I do have to clean off my bag, which sucks because I don't think you can see it because it's too dark. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do have to get more shows with Henry. It's like fly guts, kind of.
Fly guts, yummy.
Yeah, I know, right?
My favorite. I roll out of bread, make myself a cup of fly guts. You know.
Yeah, I think it's time to call this.
I do too.
All right, folks. We have 14 games tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. I don't know if Zach's going to come on to do a show tonight.
Wait, we got something. Oh, yeah, I should probably ask him. But yes, we got something. After Auburn, Penn State's over, head back over here. We got University, maybe, probably, hopefully, if Zach's up for it. We got a recap of college football. I got to make a promo. It's going to be fun.
Yes. All right. Great. And awesome. Hey, if that happens or doesn't happen, well, we will have a show tomorrow at 11 a.m. So when I'm getting myself up at 7, somehow getting me up at 7:30. I don't know why, but I'll be producing that. If you have any fantasy questions,
I'll be blasting it at Lot F in the Jets tailgate zone.
Yeah. Make sure you tune in to that at 11 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. Mountain or 10 a.m. Central or 8 a.m. Pacific. Yes, it's technically 9 a.m. Mountain.
There you go.
Yeah, it's technically 9 a.m. Mountain, but it's MST. So I'm in MST, and the rest of the country's in is in whatever DT, right? Corey Davis or DJ Moore? Okay, Davis plays New England. I don't like that matchup. Moore plays New Orleans. I do kind of like that. So, and isn't Lattimore out? I'd go with DJ Moore. I think you get the talent there, and you get. I don't know. I don't know how much I trust.
I'm still in stage one. Corey Davis. J.C. Jackson got burnt by Brashad Perriman. Corey Davis is Zach Wilson's true number 1. Gilmore's out. You got J.C. Jackson on Corey Davis. That's a matchup made in heaven.
Okay, please don't talk about the Ohio Bobcats. This season has been miserable. Hey, I go to a Power 5 school that hasn't won a game since 2019.
It could be worse. I mean, you could be losing to the Lumberjacks right now.
What's the score?
It is 13-0 with 12 minutes left in the second quarter.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're still covering.
Those darn lumberjacks.
Ooh, you guys have to take on Oregon and then UCLA back to back. That'll be fun.
Oh, this is why I have never. I don't know. It's so weird that Arizona has like this pristine basketball program, but I've always like felt more with the football program.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Tiksa. But the football program sucks.
Yeah,
it is trash.
I root for the Jets. I mean, that's the same thing.
Yeah, good point. The Brewers, congratulations, are heading to the playoffs. And now Nick is messaging me to set up the. Yes, 1 second.
Yeah. All right, so we got to close it out. They're playing us off here.
Yeah. All right. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow after the race.
Zach, Nick texted me like, "Hey, you want to produce for Zach?" I'm like, "Sure." And
let's
throw together a quick graphic, and off we go.
Yeah. So make sure you tune in. Later tonight, we might have a college football show. If we do, it'll get pushed out. If we don't, then, well, you won't get a push. And make sure you tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the fantasy guys. They're going to have some starts, sits. They're going to answer every single one of your beautiful, beautiful fantasy questions.
I personally want to be like Chris when I grow up, so I encourage you all to tune in.
Yeah.
All right. We said we were going to end it 20 minutes ago. We are Henry. We are
with
H&R
that
Locks.
said. Oh my goodness.
Don't pay too much for your health insurance, or do whatever gets you the most coverage. Goodbye.